Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Ormy and this is Starters Orders 7. Once again, back with a save at Hilltop Park. We're trying to really decide on what we're going to do. We got the Triple Crown races coming up. We got 3-year-olds that might be able to race. Might. Um, So yeah, we've got limited races, we've got multiple 3-year-olds, we've got distance issues on 3 of them, where they're not currently at the correct stamina to run a mile 2, a mile 1, and definitely not a mile 4. And then we've got other ones that, look like they possibly could, but slight differences and issues with all the horses. Now, I don't mind Bygones Avenue. I really don't mind that one. But it's kind of low ability, and I do worry. And then we've got Bedouin Laugh, who's never won a grade 1, again, slightly low ability. Country Firm's got the ability, but doesn't have the distance, and just looks okay. That's nothing wrong with that, and the same with Bobring Fourth. Um, Close to getting their ability, looks okay. Cadenia, who I'd love to be able to run with all that potential, already filled out, over 90 ability, um, and almost 80 extra speed, I think could be a very, very nice runner. So, she was my best yearling. Country Firm I thought was the best 2-year-old. Those are the ones I was excited about. Neither one have worked out. And so, really, what we're left with here for me is Krabbies with an excellent start, good speed acceleration, enough stamina has already won. Not only won, but won abroad in a grade 1. And there's a chance now to fill out this potential and get up to about an 86, 87 ability with 76, I think, extra speed rating and full finish consistency. You know, it's um, it's not bad cruising burst either. It's a little bit of everything. It's nothing spectacular, but everything's pretty good. So if I can get a couple of wins in and I can get the rating up, that's kind of my issue. Is I kind of have to concentrate on one horse because something I figured out and I remembered is usually in the base game, if you don't mod the game, then the big races sometimes don't have fields. So what I mean by that is the Kentucky Derby, I believe, has a maximum of 20 runners. And usually it'll have at least like 6 to 8 runners. But sometimes in the base game, I've seen derbies with 3 horses running. And it's very kind of uninteresting at that point. So I know this mod has increased like the number of races which feed into the derby and also the amount of horses that kind of are eligible that are good enough in the AI's evaluations to run in that game. Now they seem to be able to get their horses to a point to where the derby is available to them as an option. So you don't get fields of 3 running in the Kentucky Derby. You do get, I think the smallest I've seen since I've modded the games years ago has been 14. So my thought of maybe just running everybody in it is slightly unrealistic. Now, because there's a field of 20, there's a chance I can get 2 to 3 horses in. But I do believe it's done on rating, and usually I would say 100 to 105 is kind of the lower end of rating that gets accepted into the derby. Um, so basically means if we want to have any runners in the derby, if the AI fills out all 20 spots like I'm assuming it's going to do, we need to be a higher rating than those horses to get into the field. And so when you look at our 3-year-olds, there aren't that many. So I had to choose one. Um, I'm giving Bowbring Forth a run at 1 mile 1 to see if there's any real adaptability, because it doesn't look like it. But if we can run at a mile 1 and do okay, maybe there'll be a little jump up. And if there's a jump up, I can maybe run Bowbring Forth as a second. They've already got the high rating. And I do like it again. It's a pretty good start. It's high speed, not great acceleration. But again, if we win this and maybe jump up, like we're in a decent position. It's a pretty solid runner that could finish top 5, maybe in the derby if they get the distance. And then I'm giving 2 runs here, basically to boost up the rating of Krabbies down, because it's just the horse I think has the least weaknesses and the couple of intriguing things of a good cruising burst, potentially running in at over 85 ability with a full start, good speed acceleration. Like, I think there's something here where I kind of believe that maybe we can do something. Like this, I think, could be a top 3 Derby horse. I think Bowbring Forth could be a top 5. Think the rest of them, I don't know. Country Firm, if it got the distance like Bowbring Forth did, probably only a top 5 as well, maximum. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if the win would get enough of a rating boost to kind of guarantee that spot, which is why I went for Bowbring Forth. But they're very much the same for me. Benwin Laugh hasn't got anywhere near the the rating to get in. I think Bygones will be a little tough to get in as well, and Cadenia's just got, it's a 6 furlong horse, so to jump up that much to a mile 2 is very unrealistic. So I figured we'd give 1 race to Bowbring Forth just to see if we can get that grade 1, and if we can, maybe we run the Derby, and the 2 to get the rating up, hopefully, to about 104 um, for Krabbies. So I've given the first and the last to Krabbies, given the middle one to Bowbring Forth, and that should give us enough time in between races. Should be kind of timed 28th of March to the 4th of, no, sorry, the 2nd of February. February. What am I on about? To the 11th of April, and then to the 2nd of May. I don't even know what I'm talking about here at the moment. I'm getting confused. I think the 4th is, yeah, that's what I'm getting confused. The 4th is Bowbring Forth's, which I should remember, Bowbring Forth. Nice. But yeah, from March to April isn't as big a leap. If it was the 4th, I think we'd probably go into that second one more tired. And then again, if we went for this one here as well, if we run all 3 on Krabbies like I was initially planning to do, it's a week between each. It's enough of a break before the Derby itself, but still not exactly where you want to be. So, Florida Derby and the Arkansas Derby for Krabbies. Bowbring can do the Santa Anita. And then I've got some grade 3s here. I've got a 5 furlong on Svelta. I've got a 5 furlong on Terrible Pistol. Oops. And I got a 6 furlong on 5e Modern. So, those are the races I've got. The best thing about this for my 2-year-olds is it did take a little while for us to get the wins on a bunch of these 2-year-olds. But now what we've got is 2 grade 3 winners. One just under 100, one just over 100, so kind of in my range. Another little run for Zainab Morton to get over 100 would be nice. But Svelta, if they win their grade 3, they could be over 100 with a grade 3 win. And then Terrible Pistol and 5e Modern will probably be up in this mid to low 90 range with a grade 3 win if they get both their races. And so what that means is I might have 2 that hit all my objectives as a 2-year-old, and 3 which need just 1 more race to get over the 100 rating, which is probably the easiest thing to gain, because you don't even need to win the race to get a decent rating boost. And we need to find another grade 3 later on for Tourjaman Apprentice and get them in that kind of range as well. So maybe 2 races for Tourjaman, another one after these for Snard, Terrible, and 5e, one more race for Zaynet, and all of them could be a graded horse at 2 years of age with 100 rating. Like, I'm gonna be pretty happy with that. So, yeah, we'll see. We might have a Derby runner, maybe 2. Um, if Country Firm gets distance at 102, there's a chance they might sneak in as a 3rd. But really, I'm going for Krabbies with an outside shot for Bobering 4th. Um, and yeah, I think that's my best plan for the 3-year-olds. As I say, the 2-year-olds getting them all graded races, we could be in a very, very nice position. So, again, we're just going to save because I have had crashes and I don't want to mess anything up here. I don't want to mess anything up at all. Ooh, gotta breathe, gotta breathe, gotta breathe. I should probably watch, but can I watch them all? I probably can watch them all. They're not that long a race. So, favourites, only rated horse, only horse to win. They got visors on, but the only one that's won at this distance because nobody else has won. An agitated and a laid back horse. Belterra Park, just a basic grade 3 for 2 years here on the turf. At 6 furlongs, I don't really know what to expect from this field. But I like our horse. I do like our horse. So, decent start there on the inside. Looks like we're going to stick with the front runners here. In fact, most of the field at the front was Cerro Glow at the back. Now Bedouin, Dentamin, Farisi, and Atlas at the back. Rebel is falling off, Splicing falling off. Down to the final 1.5 furlongs now, and Twinkle Perfect now is dropping off. Here comes Splicing Sackart even coming back into it. But 5e just has this in hand, unless there's something crazy coming in. But they're both falling away. We're pushing out down this final stretch. 5e will take the grade 3. Nice run, just beautiful run. Yeah, just seemed to stalk in like 3rd place for most of the race. And then was in a nice position come like 2 furlongs to 1.5. Off the bend, was able to come in, drive down the home stretch, and always had it in hand. 4.25 lengths is huge. That's a huge distance right there. So that's a grade 3. We were 87 before. We're up to 101, so we don't even need that extra race. 5e Modern is a graded horse with 101 rated as a 2-year-old. Still has potential, so we can still make more runs. Still got a little bit of juvenile constitution, so can run a little bit more. Um, Not bad, not bad. Again, if there's some growth here in the stamina, maybe we can look next year. Those Triple Crown races, a horse like 5e who just seems to be, you know, running quite well after those horrendous running green maidens. But we did quite decently in that 3rd maiden, and now we've dominated a grade 3 race. I'm quite happy with that. That's just a nice way to start the video. Very, very happy. Very happy with that. Is there any auctions? Yes, there's breeders. On the 23rd. It's always worth keeping an eye out for these. But yeah, nothing there at all. So, on the Friday sale, nothing there. Okay, on to Krabby's first race. On to Krabby's first race. So this could get interesting. Um, See, I want to be confident. I want to believe that this horse could do something. I'm not thrilled, but it is my best shot. It is my best shot. So we'll just. Where's the race? Where's the race? Oh, there it is. I really thought for a second that I'd kind of skipped that one. It took a long time to get there. I was expecting it a little bit earlier. Um, and yeah, we're not favorite. We're low rated. We're possibly outclassed, but I think we just. It's one of those you've just got to run and see. There's a good chance we finish like 6 lengths back and in last place, so it all depends. It really does all depend. Beat grass behind Chamois Gent, and we're in okay position here. It depends now then, I think, this middle part of the race. Where do we go? How do we set up? We're tight against the rail. We're getting up into challenging position, so 2 furlongs out, we're not too bad. We're coming around the back here of Beatgrass, who's probably the best horse in this field. Can we push? Can we go? We can a little bit. I don't know if we're going to catch Beatgrass. Beatgrass seems to be there. Do we have any extra? Do we have any extra? No. Beatgrass will win. But that's a second place. 96 up to 106 already. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Um, and ran on, yeah, because we would be possibly more of a derby race. So we'll meet Beatgrass again in Arkansas. And then in the derby, if we ran the derby, I think we did quite well. Maybe go for the derby next. Yeah, there's such an interesting one. Like, that is such an interesting one. I'm not sure what I do know. I'm not sure what I do know. Do I just do I give this prep race to somebody else to try and run Krabbies elsewhere? Or do I? Because Krabbies got their run, they got 106 rating. I didn't expect that jump, especially not winning. I think that's very interesting now for me. That's very very interesting. 20th of April. So let's just. Yeah, it's not bad from Krabbies. A horse that's running in the Derby just beat us, but we weren't at our distance. They might have been at that distance. It's so interesting. It's so interesting to me, kind of how all these different permutations sort of come out. So yeah, okay. Terrible pistol. I think we just. Oh my god. I don't know. Again, I don't think I want to watch these. I think that I think that might just be too much. Don't need to watch the green. The grade threes. 12th, still won by a decent amount. Didn't increase their rating at all, which is really weird to me. A ton of potential still to grow, so other races can be set up. And then this one is, again, just a large question. A large question. So, for grade 3 horse, like most of the field, they've got a grade 2 that isn't favoured. Okay, that's really weird. The grade 1 is joint favourite. It's the top rated. The other joint favourite is probably the farm horse. I can see why. I, mm, Interesting. So keep an eye on the two red silks and the blue with the striped arms. That's kind of what I'm going to look at. The Santa Anita Derby. No, we don't have distance here either, so I don't expect this to be a big win for us. I'm just very interested in how we run and where we finish up, because again, this is another prep race for the Kentucky Derby. I do feel that there'll be a couple of these horses probably scheduled to run. And again, it's just a test of quality, because distances over these three races will suit some and not others at different times. So look from 2 out. How far back are we at 2 out? We're not too bad. Got a long way to go to come back into this, and now coming down to the final furlong, we're making a move. It looks like it. It looks like it. Probably nowhere near where we can be. Cycle Message is going to get up there. Turu Montana is going to get up there. Yeah, the horse I thought was like that I thought was good, that was 66 to 1, has just come in and won. No? Did I get that wrong? Where's the 66 to 1? Oh, is that the grade 2? Okay. For some reason, I thought the two reds were the two best and the blue wasn't, but I think I get it now. That was the. Yeah, that was the grade 1 winner. So that's the second grade 1 win. They're not going in for the Derby, they're going in for the Oaks. This was their distance. This is their only race, probably their distance, and they don't think that they can get to the Oaks. And we finished a little bit behind them. We didn't gain distance. We didn't gain rating. We didn't really gain ability. And we might not have done enough there for me. We might not have done enough. Um, Triple Strike so far, but go for the Derby anyway. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't feel confident in that. So that's Svelta. They get their grade 3, so, and a big, big distance as well. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, we got 2-year-olds that are winning grade 3s quite comfortably. We've got a 99 and a 95, so one more race for each of those and they'll hit their 100 marker. We've got 100, 102, of course, they're already over. An 85, which, we win a good grade 3 or a grade 2 there for Terrible Pistol for the end of the season. Who knows what that jump's like. And a good enough grade 3 win would actually probably take Turgeman up as well. So let's take a look at that. So 6 furlongs is probably what we want. And let's see what we've got. So the next one up, 29th of April. And Terrible Pistol is a 5. Is that just another grade 3? It is. would be high weight. I don't love that. I don't love that. Think I hold off. I think I hold off on that one. I think I hold off on that one. Okay. And that brings us back to Krabbies. Couldn't quite win the first one. Trying to see how many of these would be in the Kentucky Derby. Looks like a lot of these are actually just scheduled at 1-1. They don't think they got the distance. So Beat Grass, who of course won that last one, has 3 Grade 1 wins. A solid little horse. And we got some and much who I also liked earlier. Um, yeah, those are 2 nice horses to be fair. We've already beat one. We came second to the other. Don't know if they'd be the best horses in the Derby, but they'd be top 5 candidates, and it looks like we're there. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'd like a win here. I would like a win. Because Baltis, we beat, is in the Derby. And that might be the only other one, yeah. Beatgrass, Muchsa, and Baltis, they're all in the Derby. This was a little shorter, but we did really well. So, this isn't make or break, but I do think it could put us in a really nice position if we can win here. With this second going in with a win, if we can get a touch more of that potential filled out, I'll be I'll be pretty happy at that point. And there we go. So for Pin de Breeze, Beatgrass ahead of us with Wildcat, Blackmore, and Stop Mona all the same as us. So that's fine. 3 of those are top rated. We are low rated, but I don't mind that. And like I say, we've beaten a couple of horses in this field already. We were only second behind Beatgrass, who, again, is really the one I'd worry about. It is the one I'd worry about. So, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But we should be able to do something at this level. I believe we should be able to do something here. It's not that bad a start. We're going to go towards the rear, and then we're going to kind of come into things a bit later. It's a larger field. Not too bad. We're positioned quite well, I feel. So, we'll see. Blackamore Pity at the front. Breeze, Mona, Beatgrass, all there in a clump. And then we're starting to make moves to join with them here. Yeah, this is a nice run. This is a nice run. It's wide, and oh my god, that was a big push-up. So 2 furlongs out, we're in position. It might just be us and Beatgrass now just hammering it down the home stretch. We got a slight lead here. We got horses coming in behind. Sterling Wildcat really starting to push on though. But we survive. We survive and we push and we push, and Beatgrass is gonna fall away, and we're gonna take it. We're gonna take this. This is another grade 1 for us. That's the confidence I needed. We lost to Beatgrass, but now we've beaten Beatgrass. And that's a Derby horse, and that's a nice Derby horse. And for all I know, they might be a mile 1 horse. But we can beat them at a mile 1, even though we're a mile 2. And would I just say, don't know. But we've beaten them twice comfortably, and they are a Derby horse. Still a question of distance. Still a question of what else is there. But yeah, 115. That's huge. 115 is huge. We'll definitely get into the Derby with a 115. Bobering fourth looked okay, but I don't think so. Country Firm didn't grow. They didn't grow. Um, Cadenia didn't grow. Bygones, we had to choose a horse to get the rating. Bedouin was too far. Bygones, too much distance. Probably better for the Belmont if we don't win one or two of the feature races here. Now the Derby and the Preakness with Krabbies, then maybe we could send Bygones in the Belmont. You know, that's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. But let's just do this first things here. So field of 20. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, so we are a full field with 107, 105, 104. So 104 looks to be the low rated horse. So we could throw Bobering Forth in there. They're higher rated than Sandwith Dragon, Dowd's Home, and Son of a Scene. So they probably would get in as well. But I just don't think they got 1-1 right. So they definitely can't do 1-2. That's just how I feel. But yeah, beat Grass Ballas Bird. We know that the other Grade 1 winners in here with Muttajasa Blind. And then Giles Post looks. Yeah, they did some Grade 2 preps. They did okay in the Futurity. They didn't do anything in the Juvenile. Probably not top quality horse, but they have won a Grade 1. I do think we're the best, or amongst the best horse in this field. We're also like not far off top rating. We've got a Grade 2. It's only ever run at Maidan. That's kind of interesting. Got a Grade 3, only ever run at Maidan. Again, they're all the same kind of distance. And Son of a Scene, only ever run at a mile and only ever run in Britain. So, big question marks for those. Big question marks. But I've got to say, I kind of fancy a top three finish there. I kind of fancy a top three finish. And we're going to book in for the Preakness as well. Nice and early and take a look at that. Yeah, so max field for the Derby is 20. Max for the Preakness is 30. And that's, at the moment, only getting 8. So, yeah, if we don't win the Derby, which I'm not confident we would, there is room to put a horse or two into the Preakness and just run multiple. And I have already scouted some jockeys I think would be pretty good. So if you look here, yeah, I was like confused as to what that one was. So Xavier Perez is definitely one. I remember Diego Sainz. I think Majica's probably a better choice. And there's another couple. I can't remember. Cintron, I think, is one. See, I've got like 5 or 6 I can go for. So really, we can just flood that if needed. 29th, we've got 20th, 2-year-old sales, nothing in the Friday. Interesting. Interesting. Ran on. Huh. Very interesting. Like we see claiming races, you see allowance races, you see conditions races. You don't normally see like a horse that doesn't win its maiden and then comes close in a grade three. It's a Bob Baffert horse which I like to buy because usually has some good breeding programs going on. Plus, is from a grade one dam who I know for a fact could have won another couple of grade ones. Um, it's a horse I'm tiny bit familiar with. We got an unraced 2-year old as well. Good distance, and who knows? I think I'm just going to go for two. I think I'm just going to go for the two. So Giant Influence. This is the one we like because of the breeding mare. 700 grand. I'm pretty happy with that. We got a long way then to go down to opposition ticket, which is the Grade One Sire. But I was going to say I'm quietly confident that one of these will be a good horse, but it's such a crapshoot. It's such a difficult thing to judge. You never know kind of where a horse is actually going to come out to. Yeah, I was going to say I think we're about ready to come up. I think we were 15. Let's see, 2.3. Lovely, job done. So yeah, we don't know kind of where we come out, but I like Imperial Balowick. I really, really do. They got a couple of other horses there that they fold. Grey Risk. There's only fold 2-year-olds. Nobody's won anything, which is kind of a little interesting. Good start, good acceleration, low speed. Uh, Probably a 6 furlong, which makes me worry here a little bit. This impresses me more. It's very difficult to judge. Grade 1 dam. No, doesn't do it for me. It's one of the few indicators I have. It just didn't come through. We paid 3 million for these two horses. This looks very similar. Um, and yeah, some older horses that have been bred from them and doesn't do anything. And prolific. Very, very prolific. Wow. Love the breeding indicator. Can we do something, please? No. Well, we took our shots. We took our shots. Friday, Atlas Shrugged. Won a maiden. Excitable. I almost fell for that one. Almost fell for that one. And laid back. Interesting. So Atlas Shrugged. Huh. Hmm. Okay, laid back out of nowhere. That's an interesting one. Very decent kind of record. Grade 1 and a grade 2. It's not bad. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so it's not a million miles away. It's not worth breeding from. It doesn't offer anything special. But not too bad. And then grade 3 here. Please, my final grade 3. Like, you won your first grade 3. 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 This is your first grade 3. Definitely had the roughest go of all our horses, but then ends up winning by an absolute mile. So close. We were dead. So close. By a head. By a head. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. Very, very disappointing. 13 weeks, I guess. Pistol's done. I guess Pistol's done for a while. Possibly the entire season. I mean, I hope we can get another race in to get the potential up to like 70 going into the 3-year-old. Get our ability up a little bit, but that's rough. Do I like any of these? Not really from the distance. Maybe we try this with a grade 2 mare. I didn't even get it. Okay, I wasn't that fussed with it, but a little annoying. And that brings us to the derby itself. All my eggs are in this basket. Everything is lined up for Krabby. Great ability, good extra speed, a bit of cruising burst, full finish, consistent, adaptability over the going. Like the the season one goat of breeding and the first good horse we had. As you can see, not the best of starts, but that's because it already had distance, and we had to wait to get to that distance as a rookie. Almost won at Longchamp, did really well in Maidan, and then start picking up speed and wins a grade 3, wins a grade 2, wins the Haskell at a mile 1, follows it up with the Whitney, the Personal Ensign, the Pennsylvania Derby, the QE2 Challenge Cup, and then the Hollywood Derby. Pretty big. After that rough start, still earned 3 million, more than what we bought Bertarella for. And like I say, that has given us Krabbies, and yeah, I like the look of this horse. I like the look of this horse. I think mile 2 we're fine. Mile 1 we've shown we can compete. Really depends what the real quality in the field is like. I'm going to get early declarations for the Belmont. Max size of 12. So it's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so that's already filled out. Um, but we're far above where we need to be. So that's fine. That's fine. Oh, I, I think I need a minute. I think I need a minute. Because this is actually the first runner we've had in a Triple Crown race. And that's exciting, but also a little bit nervy. I could have run someone else. I kind of handpicked Krabbies. We gave Bobering fourth a chance. Didn't feel like that would work out. Bygones has too much. Bedouin had a low rating, so might not have made it anyway. Country Firm got the distance. Country Firm got the distance. Okay. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't have looked. Maybe we shouldn't have looked because I'm going to regret that one. Condania never did. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So Bobering didn't get the distance. Country Firm did. Should have. I mean, I wanted a test grade, a grade 3 winner at grade 1 level, and we kind of did okay. But if we would have tested Country Firm, we could have had two runners in this. They're very similar. I think Krabbies is slightly better, but that distance adaptability on Country Firm is a little bit more intriguing when you're going from between a mile 1 to a mile 4. Too late to overthink it. Too late to worry about it. To think of what might have been. Only thing left to do here is to go and race and make sure we don't skip it. Just ultra concentration. That is. That is. Ooh, not the favorite. Okay. Second favorite. Beatgrass, we know. Pilsudski drumming, we know. Giles Post, we know. That'll do for me. Carroll, we know. We've seen these horses bolt this bird, we know. Money and Classic, we know. What did you say, Blind? We know. Sandwich Dragon, we know. So, yeah. So, Khaldun Camoin, Gamma Gravity both warmed up. Angle Arms is the only horse that has settled very calmly. Low number of fillies. Top rated is Beatgrass, but not by much. We're just behind the Chasers, who are all 117. They're 121. Form Horse is the favourite, and this is probably why they're the Form Horse. They didn't win their first maiden. They were short-headed out. And then they won. Did they win impressively at any level? Not really. Okay. And they're not even going in for the Preakness. They're just going in for the Derby. And then they're back down to grade 2 at a mile 1. This might not suit them. This might not suit them, which means the other favourite, which we would have to worry about, is Beatgrass. This is the rubber. To be fair, this is the rubber. First and second in the two prep races. They won one, we won one. So so interesting. It's so interesting. But we're here at Kentucky Downs, 20 runners. The Kentucky Derby, Class 1, Grade 1, Mile 2 for 3-year-olds on dirt. Here at Churchill Downs is a decent start for us getting into our position here. But if we get blocked off, look at this huge crowd. Because Foy is up in first. Angelans and one in Classic with Dowds home. That'll do for me. Carroll, Beatgrass on the inside there. Kans Banker, Piltuski drumming, and Marinate Mache in that yellowish silk with a black stripe on the shoulders and head. Similar but lighter colours to Beatgrass. In fact, those are the two favourites for this, apart from us, Samith Dragon, Kiama Gravity on the inside, and then it's us with Baltus Burjals, Post Jovo Puzzle, Kaldul Kamoin, Mutasia on this outside, and then the two rear Deploy Theo and Son of a Scene. Not much difference now. We're on the back stretch, 5 from home, and everything is just kind of the same. We're starting to move now into position. I say we, I mean the field. We're just about in shot. We're going to have to run a wide bend, and if this group in front of us spreads out, that's my worry. If they spread out, we could be really having to fight for position. It looks like we've got Jovial and Sam with us that are pushing us even wider. We need to do the work here. This is the big part of the race for us. Looks like Beatgrass has got their inside track and is running well. Now we're down now to the final 1.5 furlongs, and now comes the push for home. Beat on the inside. It looks like Deploy Theo on our outside. Pilduski is there. But inside the final furlong, we are pushing through. We are pushing clear. Oh my God. The jockey stands up and salutes a win. Don't get disqualified. Please don't have an inquiry. Because that was magical. That was far from the easiest run. Far from the easiest run. Pick the right horse. Pick the right horse. 3.5 lengths over Beatgrass, who beat us in Florida by 3.25. And Krabbies just earned 1.8. Our rating was 115. Beatgrass jumps up to 125. We go up to their rating of 121. Yeah. Maronite Mache, solid horse, not too bad at all. Didn't really see Jovial Puzzle doing much, and like didn't start well. Was at the back with us, but came through and did really, really well. Got two of the foreign horses there in the mix. Some other horses that we know we've raced against. Baltis, Pilsudski, that'll do for me. And Mutajasa, like they're all solid horses. But we won. We won the Kentucky Derby, and it's yeah, got a big winning time, I guess. That is oh, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I love that. I love that. Ooh, nobody else is getting in the Preakness. I'm not gonna handicap myself. Like nope, this is Krabby's race. This is Krabby's race. That's all there is to it. Okay, nice little grade 1. Laid back, mile 2. Let's see what we got. Is this another breather? technically, I mean, the abilities don't know, but the other stats are okay. I mean, that to me is someone worth breeding from. Let's throw up with Ingleby Star, because that could be an interesting pair as well. Let's just keep going on with that one. And then 2-year-olds on the 12th. Try and check a bunch of auctions if we can. Murta, #1 guy. Okay, they might be the two then. So Obaid and Gallimaufry. Trying to like keep calm here. I'm trying to not think about it too much. Okay, this is the first one there. That's fine. And we'll see what the second one's like. 565 reserve. Oh my god. Really didn't expect to be winning a Kentucky Derby this early. Bertarello was the first horse I found that I really liked and really had any success with. And now to breed from it, it couldn't have run in the Derby. It wasn't quite at that level. But to breed from it and have a Derby winner from it already is just magical. Absolutely, like, mind blowing. I can't even think straight. Can't even think straight. Yes, Turgeman. 91 rated. Still got potential to fill, but all my 2-year-olds have a grade. They've all kind of got decent now ratings. 2 over the 100 I like. Terrible Pistol, who's injured, will get races at the end of the season, hopefully, to come back and have their shot. But really, I don't have to worry about the 2-year-olds at all. I'm not looking for races. We had a bit of an issue with some of them in terms of their maidens, but that's fine. 3-year-olds, I mean, I'm ignoring all races while the Triple Crown goes on. We're just sticking with Krabbies, and we'll take care of the others later because, yeah, because that's it. That's how it's got to be. There's no other way to handle this. We got a Kentucky Derby winner in some style. Jovial Puzzle. See, they're running the 3. Maybe they'd be better in this one. They were a dangerous horse from the back. Blackmore Pity, not really worried about them. Smashed them at this distance before. Breeze we've beaten before. And didn't even win the Oaks. Interesting that they're going for the Oaks and then the Preakness and Belmont. That's very interesting to me. Like, they couldn't get going. We beat them by like a good 2.5 lengths. And then we got Beat Grass, who and Marinate Marche, they might like this distance slightly better. Make it a little bit more. This may be the rubber at 1-1 for us and Beat Grass. We won at 1-2. We're 1-1 at 1 mile, 1 furlong. So I mean, I think it is just us and beat grass, right? Really, I think that's how I look at this. I think that's how I look at this. So Jovial's a bit wound up. We're not the top rated, of course. We are the best horse, I think. Oh boy, just deep breath. Oh boy, oh boy. Deep breaths. Come on, let's do this. Leg two. Just I can't watch. I can't watch too much. I just it's a decent start. We're gonna go up towards the front and then drop back. Drop back a lot. I don't like that. I don't like that a lot. Um, don't like that a lot. A lot of horses in our way. We can run this bend quite well, but then we might get blocked off by beat grass. So, how are we going to get into challenging position here? How are we going to make our case for things? Like 1.5. Now we've got to really power from deep. Have we saved enough? We've saved a lot, but have we saved enough? Looks like we got a half a shot, half a furlong. Is it gonna be enough? It's gonna be enough. It's just gonna be enough by a length. Oh my god! Looks like running as a closer really does work for this horse. I was petrified Beatgrass is gonna push out a little bit there. A length off distance. A length off distance is good. And it's us and Jovial and Beatgrass once again. Marinate very close. Maybe go for the Belmont. Maybe. You think maybe? Maybe? Winning the Derby and the Preakness, maybe go for the Belmont? Maybe? It's 124 rated. Zero distance adaptability. I'm with a mile 2 horse. And we got to run at a mile 4. Like, I just, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's just get to it. Nope. Well, that didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. Let's do it on this screen. Much easier to see. Um, Breeding says 1-3. It's got some 1-4s there. Jovial. I don't know. Nova, I mean, again, we know we can beat them. Baltis, we know we can beat. For Pindi, we know we can beat. They haven't run this before. Oh, that was a bit weird. They haven't run this before. They haven't run this before. They haven't run this before. Yeah, there's a couple of probably distance is right for a couple of these horses, but they may not be top quality. Like Symphonova and Motley Jamil. And then there's Jovial Baltis, Frappin de Breeze, and Beat Grass, who we know we can beat. So, if the other horses that like this distance don't have the quality, that'll be an equalizer. And then it's going to be between them and the quality horses that we already know we can beat at a mile 1 and a mile 2. So if they've got a little bit more distance adaptability, again, that could be a little equalizer. I mean, really, it's like a coin flip right now. There's like 7 horses that early on look like they could maybe do something. And that petrifies me at some level. it does petrify me. Just gotta be brave, gotta go, gotta see, gotta do what's gonna happen. You know, do what we can. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm worried about running as a closer. At this distance, I'm worried about running as a closer. Looks like we're not going to. Looks like we're not going to. Oh, maybe no, maybe we are. Oh, that drop was terrifying. Why couldn't we have just stayed in that second group? Beat grass up near the front. Worried about that horse. Jovial puzzles there. We're on the rail. We're on the inside. That means we get an easier bend. We can conserve energy. I don't mind that so much. We got a lot of work to do. We got so much work to do, and we're so far back, and not getting into challenge position. Just petrified, but just need to, just need to go, just need to do. Beatgrass top rated, just ahead of us. We are the favorite. We should be the favorite, and then we fall off. Like, okay, overthinking it, overthinking it. Um, if we stay at the back, we won't have enough to get forward at the end. Especially we're running a wide bend. It looks like that might be our race, though. It's what we're good at. It just might not suit this distance. Beat grass way out in the front. That's very interesting there. Um, that's very interesting. Looks like we're coming up to join this second group on the backstretch. I kind of like that in terms of putting us into a position to actually at least run our race. We're in decent position. Beat grass has gone out at the front nice and early. 1.5 from home. Do we have anything? Motley Jamil is there. Little Court's coming. We're going. Oh my god, we're going. We are going. We are going. Jovial Puzzle, Little Court Lamore, and us. We are going. We are gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hold on. How in the blue hell? Good start. Restrained to rear, mid division halfway, and we got up. And I'm losing my voice. I mean, second in the Florida Derby, first in the Arkansas, win the Kentucky by 3.5 lengths, win the Preakness by a length, and then just over half a length, but still, it all counts. In the Belmont, and we've got our first Kentucky Derby winner and our first Triple Crown winner already. High ability, good rating, extra speed, finish application. That's all it took. That's all it took. It's what we bred for the way we did. Oh my god. I got a Triple Crown winner. I think the start's what I really liked about this horse. Like high speed, good start, just little bits extra. Okay, yeah, we're close to over racing this horse. You're damn right we are. Um, yeah, you don't need to run anything else. You don't need to run anything else. We leave him out because there might be something towards the end of the season we want to push towards that 140 rating, get a couple of big wins maybe, but like just holy hell. Holy hell. I just I just yeah. I'm kind of lost for words. Didn't expect that at this stage. Just yeah, that's just mental. That's just mental. I need to save the game. I need to save the game multiple times because don't paranoid something will happen again. For boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we got a triple crown winner. We got a legitimate triple crown winner. We don't have this year because it's modded and like the game doesn't recognize the Belmont Stakes because it's named something else. I can't remember what it's named, but it's not named the Belmont in the default game, so it doesn't check that at all. Um, but we know. Latour, the first winner at 2 years of age. First group winner was Dock of the Bay. Group 1 race winner was Fingal Bay. The first Kentucky Derby winner and Triple Crown winner was Krabbies Down. And it comes from Bertarella. Comes from Bertarella. The first horse in this save I thought had anything about her. Great way to seed for the future. Bred it to the season one. Let me see. Season one, like stud, and that got us a horse that ends up winning a triple crown with no distance adaptability, no battling qualities, nothing super special. Just, just magic. Just magic. Oh my god. What a horse. What a horse. Um, I got nothing left to say. The, the bar's been set. The bar has been set. There's going to be so much left to do. But I got all my 2 year olds a grade 1 win. Sorry, grade 3 win. And I got myself a triple crown winner. Can I get all the 3 year olds a grade 1 win? Like, what else can we do this season? And then next season, I think Krabbies just goes into the breeding barn and whoever's available, just full send on all of them. Absolutely all of them. And just see what happens. See what that looks like. Because yeah, that's the next step, really. That's the next step. You've got a triple crown winner, and let's start breeding and seeing what we can get from them. Can we dominate the Derby? Can we really sort of set up for the future and win all the big feature races? Can we get a 20 Group 1 win horse? Like, that's the next challenge. I love this game. Oh, but I did not expect that. I expected a good Derby, a better Preakness, and then just an unknown Belmont, depending if there were specialists running or not. But I think it was a very good Belmont for us because there wasn't a top horse that liked that distance. The Preakness was in hand because we knew the field and the distance. We'd beaten them elsewhere at that distance. And the Derby was run at our distance, and I don't think at some of the other good horses' distance. So, a really decent setup. Probably not the toughest job, and definitely not the best horse to have won it. But I really don't care. I hope you enjoyed that. Um, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you stick around. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I need to go have a cup of tea and calm down because I am just full of adrenaline right now, which is really weird for playing a computer game that looks like a spreadsheet. But, like, yeah, it's just where we are. It's just where we are. So, thanks very much. Like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, as always. Appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next time for more madness and magnificence at the Hilltop Park. Till then, take care, and I wish you a triple crown winner of your own.